Felix, welcome to Best Ball Nation.
Hey, yo. I'll be doing today. Got myself a nice little purple Red Bull. Even though it's in a bluish can. It's definitely a purple drink. You know. Hey, yo. How's it going, Jose? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's the last Friday before I go back to work. Oh man, I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready, but I'm ready. I'm ready for some more football, man. What an exciting night. Almost took down first, Things gone my way. But it is what it is. All right, so let's see here. 100 DK Millie we'll do here in a few minutes. Thought we go over the exposures, look at all the Spike Week tool stuff, and see how I'm approaching it. I assume that's why most of y'all are here, to see what my thought process is and what I'm doing. So we'll go through what I have the best exposure through first. You were what? And you were what is your streaming schedule? I think I'm misreading it, or maybe it's not correctly put in there. My current streaming schedule time. Okay. That's what I thought it was. Was like my brain was like not interpreting correctly. So Monday through Friday, I'm gonna stream, and then I'm gonna predict the season for the Patreon members on my Friday. Fridays won't have multiple drafts; they'll be one draft, because I'll be doing the predict the season until the season starts, and then when the season starts, I will be doing. Well, currently we'll do Monday through Friday whenever I get the kids to bed, and then I'll come live, obviously, and and then won't be a set time, just because life, to be honest with you. And then Fridays I'm going to be doing videos after the videos, whether it's my top plays, the DFS, things I'm betting on, stuff like that will be on after Fridays. And when the season starts, man, we'll probably do Wednesdays, team check. We'll maybe do a Tuesday or maybe the Friday, maybe a Thursday show for a short show, just to kind of see how things are going in those games. And then maybe Friday we do like our best lineup going into the weekend or something like our best DFS lineup going into the weekend. And that could be a Patreon thing. I haven't really figured out what exactly we're doing going into the season, but that's what my current thought process is. Maybe we'll do best bets on the Patreon, and then our lineups on Fridays on live, because I am not going to any weddings. I have nothing planned. The only thing is we have son's birthday early in the season, but that's normal so far. And then, but we're not going anywhere. We're not leaving the state. We're not doing anything crazy this year, thankfully. So that is what we're doing. Patreon is $4.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. I mean, that's between you and Patreon. I don't really know how that works, but yeah, it's like $4.99. I charge the bare minimum or whatever the least it'll let me charge, and I feel like my rankings are above average like maybe top tier, but you've seen them ADP ranks versus lobby. If you don't think that they're top tier, take a review. If not, it is what it is. It is what it is. So my spike week, there it is. All right. So the top 5 players goes as such: Cooper Kupp, Najee Harris, Pat Bryant, Luther Burden, and Dontavian Wicks. So we have 43 shares, 47. Yeah, well, pretty much anything that the percentage is next to it, which is kind of crazy. That no matter what, a third of my teams, if I stop drafting Cooper Kupp for the rest of the time, for the next 51 drafts, if I didn't draft him again, I still have 33%. It's kind of more of a reevaluation of where maybe I should change. Like I said yesterday, I'm still going to take Dontavian Wicks, but I'm going to lighten him a little bit. And I'm probably going to go towards, Roman Wilson, KLS from last night, maybe get some Tesla. I was apparently really wrong on that. I didn't realize he was going to be, to be fair, he was running the second team, third team, but he blew by his guy. I don't know if that's indicative of how it's going to be when he plays. But he was playing the Amon-Ra St. role there, so I don't know how exactly they'll fit, but you can't get mad at adding good talent to your team. So, and I was mistakenly didn't realize his good talent. So that's my top 5, and then so how does we do this by position? We can go take this. We can go QB. All right, I think that's how we do it. How do I? Stuck. There it is. I think that's it. So, do I really have 33% of Justin Herbert? Holy cannoli. 33 shares of Justin Herbert. What does that sound? I don't even have Discord open. What up, Nathan? Yo. Hey, Aaron. Hey, I mix them up. I don't know what's wrong with me. Aaron, what's going on? Luis, what up, my guy? Actually, I don't know who you are, but welcome. More the merrier. So yeah, that's top quarterbacks: Herbert, Purdy, Young, Caleb, Bo Nix, McCarthy, Joe Burrow. I'm not sure why this is grayed out. I'm sure there's a reason. I didn't know I had 10% Jaden Daniels. 10 shares. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I have been taking him lately because he just keeps falling to the other turn, not the 3-4 turn and the 4-5 turn. He keeps falling that direction, which let's see here if I can take this out. Let's see here, ADP. I have been getting an abnormal amount of top tier picks. As you can see, I have 14% Jamar Chase, 9% Bijan Robinson. I faded Saquon, so that's why it looks like that, and 25% Justin Jefferson. Like, I'm getting a lot of that top tier talent, which no complaints here. For 2/3 of the draft, I've been blessed. And then, as you see, I'm a little lighter on everybody else. And of course, everybody keeps saying like, "Oh man, this is the year to get the back end of the draft." Son of a bitch. I got 10% McCaffrey and 12% Neighbors. Other than that, of the top 12 players, I guess Genty's at the turn, 12% him or 9% him. Everybody else I'm a little bit under, and obviously fading Puka Nacua. Let's see here in the second round. Who we fading and who we got a lot of? We have In the second round, we have the most. We have Trey McBride, which makes sense again at the other side of the turn. Him and Bucky, which are two of my favorite players. And in the mid range, we have a lot of Ladd McConkey. Third round, we have 42% O'Marion Hampton, which is why there's a lot of 1% of Devontae Adams, 2% Lamar Jackson, 1% Evans, 0 George Kittle, 3 Breece Hall. Like, there's a reason why those are just a lot lower because I want so much Marion Hampton. Make sure I'm not missing anything you guys are saying. What? Yep, 0% Puka. Dude, you got to make a bet somewhere. I'm making my bet on 0% Puka. And honestly, the Rams in general. I don't want the Rams in general. Out on the Rams. The only Ram I'm in on is Kanata Mumfield. You got to make a bet somewhere, and I'm making my bet there. Can it burn me? Yeah, it can. But that's why we play the game, boys. That's why we play the game. Fourth round, 36. My biggest stand. I mean, I have him ranked pretty high. I think it was like 42, so that's the reason why I have 33% Ted Arroyo McMillan. And follow up with Joe Burrow because I have a lot of Jamar Chase. I have 14% Jamar Chase. I also have 14% Joe Burrow. I don't see the point of not doing that combo if they can't do it. They score TDs too. Why no Rams? I don't believe it. I honestly don't know if Stafford makes it through the whole season. Like that bad back. Everybody, Joe Mixon has a toe injury that they say, they'll get reevaluated. And old Matthew Stafford, he's old. And I'm not really taking a bunch of old quarterbacks. I'm not for that. And then not only that, then it's like, okay, who's the backup? Jimmy G? Like, he's not getting the ball to those guys. And then I don't know. It's just like to me, the vibe is off. They got pretty high. The defense not overplayed. They did more than expected last year. And I can easily see that regressing. Maybe Cooper Kupp was the linchpin of like a good locker room guy. Who knows? I don't know. I just have bad feelings about it. Maybe Devontae Adams is not like goes to places and ruins the teams. I'm not saying he's a bad person, but he was last in Las Vegas before the Jets. That place got blown up. He was at the Jets. That got blown up. Now he's with the Rams. I'm not saying they're correlated. I'm just saying he's a centerpiece. I'm out. The last time I took a quarterback I took Derek Carr and he popped off. It's like, and Derek Carr didn't even play. I had bad feelings towards the teams that he's been on, unfortunately. It's nothing mathematical. It's a vibes. It's a vibe check for them. Let's put me on the other side. Can we do that? Yeah, you can put me over here. Nobody cares about those numbers as much. Back here. 10% Jaden. I like that. I didn't know I had that much. Xavier Worthy. 9%. I like that. Terry McLaurin. I faded that from the get-go. Feel pretty good about that. I'm betting on Rome Rome, Luther, and Colson Loveland to replace DJ Moore. Jalen Hurts. I have a couple shares, but yeah, I feel a little scared about that one. I don't know. I have 4 shares of Rashee Rice. Thankfully, I don't know how I feel about that situation, so I'm glad I only have 4 shares. Metcalf, I like 12 shares. Kamara. I've been fading Kamara for 4 or 5 years now. I prefer not to have assholes on my team. Prefer. If I have to have them. Yeah. JMO is something I should look into. I don't know, though. We can add a couple more shares, though. Get to 10 shares. Kenneth Walker. I need to bump that up a little bit. George Pickens. I would like to have that at 10%, but probably won't get there. I need, was it 5 more shares? No. To get to 10%, I need 20 shares, and I don't think that I'm going to be able to get that with Tangaroa on that same number. Love my Jalen Waddle exposure. I don't even feel like I have that much. A bunch of Rome. You see how I draft. It's like you can tell like my guys are. When I like somebody from around, I go kind of all in on them. Yeah. Waddle, Rome. If I'm 3+ X on the player, I'm going hard at that player. So I have Ricky Pearsall at 38%, which really means I'm drafting him in this range. Like right after Rome, I'm drafting him. Because all this is like combination of players I have with him. Obviously, I prefer to get it with Cooper Kupp. If I don't get it with Cooper Kupp, I get it with one of these guys, obviously. And that's the top 100. Jimmy G throw hospital balls. Yeah. I don't know, man. Adam is a sleeper agent. I don't know, man. What up, Dennis? Yo. It won't be good for Adams at any point in time if Jimmy G has to come due to a Stafford injury. Adams can't stand Jimmy. Yeah, dude. I agree. And I just don't think it's a good situation. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Trust me. I've been wrong before fading players, but I feel like you have to fade somebody here and there to make the bet that, like, yes, you can get a 2% coverage blanket or whatever they call it on ship chasing, but I do feel that you should make hard stands and make a bet. And if you want that player, I think I have on one of the qualifiers, I went ahead and see if I can figure it out how I try to grab, Puka and the other guy. Let's see here. Puka and because I faded him and Amon-Ra St. Brown. So I faded him, but I still have now 5 shares. Let's see here. One of the qualifiers I did. I got Puka. Yes. Okay. This qualifier, I went out of my way to grab Puka and Amon-Ra. I don't, that is my way of coping. I don't want it on my tournament. I just want it, or on my main tournament. I just want it to, if I am wrong, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win that qualifier in my head. That's how I'll do it. What else do we have here to look at? My average ADP plus minus difference. So I have 1 share of J.K. Dobbins, and it is my average ADP of J.K. Dobbins is at 209. So you guys are screwed because I'm winning the CLV on my J.K. Dobbins. What else? What do I have more than the average share? 14% Quentin Johnston. I'm winning. I'm plus 12 ADP there. Let's see here. Another one. Emeka Ibuka, I have an average pick of 93, which is 10 picks past his ADP, which it may stick that way because I keep trying to get Emeka. I grabbed him today in the Run Pure Sports live stream today. I got him, I believe, at 74, maybe. I don't quite remember. Let's see here. One of my best overall CLV is Marion Hampton, and I have 9 spots of ADP value, which is why the number has been going down why the exposure has gone down from him. If you look at my top exposure, you will notice that I reach for my guys, which means my average ADP is not going to look great. Obviously, Najee with the eye injury, I was already drafting him early, and obviously after the eye injury, he's shot down, so that looks worse than it actually is. Yeah, the only one that's not negative is Marion Hampton. So technically, the market thinks I've been wrong about my picks, so I'm not going to be the one to tout to say I'm this amazing drafter. Obviously, I reach for my guys. I don't want other people to get my people, so that's why I reach an enormous amount, I guess. But I am excited about my plus 9.8. What else? Do I have any, who's the first person past 10? Quentin Johnson. Quentin Johnson's my one player past 10. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like we've given enough people to get in here. So pop open your DraftKings tabs. Share this tab instead. We'll go back and look at other things afterwards. Alrighty. Give a nice little countdown. I will be clicking on after I count down. I think you should click in at probably 4 or 5, I think. But you do you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 of 12. All right. The lobby's open, boys. The lobby is open for draft 100. And was the thumbnail good, boys? Did I do good? Let me know. Let me know how that thumbnail hits. It took me a whole 2 minutes to make. 2 minutes to make that thumbnail. Oh, man. Bad posture. Movie review. Bad Guys 2. Pretty good. Pretty good. A lot of action. There were some jokes that weren't for kid-friendly, kind of teenager to adult-esque, but pretty good overall. I did like it. Yeah. Would approve to go see it. I didn't give my review on Fantastic Four. Wasn't impressed. Bad Guys kind of boring in the movie. The whole aspect of the Fantastic Four was great, and I liked that part of the movie. I would say go watch it if you like all the Marvel stuff. It will, I think, lead up to the big fight. I think it'll make sense later. So if you do like that stuff, I would recommend it. But it's kind of boring. The Bad Guy's kind of boring, and then the Silver Surfer was kind of boring. Personal opinion. Easily wrong multiple times. Okay, who do we got here? Oh, we got a bunch of us in this one, huh? Hey guys, Mr. Bob at the one hole. Odin 232. I feel like I know that, but I don't remember quite. It's got a helmet, so maybe not. We got Nathan Dean at the 3 hole. We got Aaron Every at the 4. You guys must be nice. Must be nice to get that. No, I'm just kidding. I have plenty of those picks. We got Aaron at the 4. We got Miami Ray Donovan. I'm guessing. Yep, Ray Donovan at the 5. HLGAA26 and Dingus at the 7. T Falls P Dogs at the 8. Aaron 8298 at 10. E. Hawkins 33 at the 11. As Miley 72 at the 12. And moi at the 9 hole. Get me a neighbor share, baby. My neighbors, if I was at the back end of the tournament, or the back end of the draft, my Christian McCaffrey neighbors would be off the charts / A-Chain. I do think that is my favorite pairing. And I also want to point out that, you know, the smart people over at Underdog have Devin A-Chain as like the ranked ninth. So it's kind of interesting coming over here where I think he excels better being able to hit the long runs, hit that 100-yard mark / pass catching back. I don't know. I think it's kind of silly that he's so far back on DraftKings. I need to turn on my light. Oh, yeah. Which reminds me, I'm going to pop over here. Live contest. Bada bing. Allow. I think it's the bottom one. All right. Let's load it. My Spike Week stuff. So I had the board up. I am drafting over on the Firefox. That way I can see my exposures and whatnot. So if you're like, is he just auto drafting? No, not auto drafting. Just on a different browser, because the Spike Week tool does not work on Google. It does work on Mozilla. So as big as a fan as Neighbors, I only have 12%. Kind of crazy. But I'm happy to be above board. Like, I wish I would get more Gibbs. I just have him at rank 6, and I don't feel like I'm down on him. I think I just need to reach on him instead of taking Jefferson. This is something I can do for the last few drafts. Still 50. We're probably going to take a little break from doing DraftKings Millie Makers and wait for the promotional period that they said they're going to do for August. Unless it gets randomly too close, which I think there's going to be overlay. I know that the drafts pick up towards the end of the season, but I don't know if we hit 50% yet, but we were pretty close to hitting 50%. So there's a whole another month for it to fill, but it's only a month for it to fill kind of thing. All right, we'll take CMC. We'll take CMC here. Maybe something falls back to us. I do, if I get the opportunity to take a running back, I do take the running back 9 out of 10 times. You know, if it's like between Neighbors and CMC, I will take CMC. Just in case he is back to full health, which he does look like it. To me. Derrick Henry, I'd love to see that. Because I wasn't going to take him. I mean, I almost took him today. I was talking about earlier. And he lasted all the way to pick 21. Like, I almost took him. Nico, Neighbors both go off the board. As long as I get Ladd or Devin A-Chain, I'm usually pretty happy camper for the second pick. Yeah, we'll take Genty. I don't know. I know I honest of Genty CMC. Or just go off the board right after that. There it is. That's it. I feel like I always lose control of this part of the board. I always forget to go down. Barkley, A.J. Brown. Curious if you go maybe Devontae Smith in the fourth. The elite wide receivers, like you get two lineups. I've had this start. One lineup went, which was the first day of drafting, April 27th. I went Jaden Daniels, Pat Mahomes, Anthony Richardson, Chuba Hubbard, Jalen Warren, Ray Davis, Xavier Worthy, Debo, Jalen McMillions, Michael Pittman, Josh Palmer, Michael Wilson, Jimmy Horn. That's interesting. Oh, the other one I say likely. Ugh. Any other good picks there? Keith Mitchell, Hampton. Ooh, we went RB heavy, and then we backstacked it with. That's one of my Najee teams. I took Najee and Marion Hampton. Oh, he takes the Trey McBride from Good pick. Yeah, that's a good pick too, though. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong there. Bob's going for the number one wide receiver, running back, and quarterback position type deal, which is always fun. Always fun to do. Building out your roster, man. Build your starting roster. It's always fun. Hampton. Oh, I'm not getting Hampton this time, huh? It's crazy to think I was getting Hampton in the 4 or 5 turn, and I had to make that decision between him and Ted Arroyo. Now that decision is made for me mid third round. Let's see. Marvin Harrison or JSN? Which am I going to get? What's with the key tag? What happened? Didn't practice, though he was president for the session. Looks to be fine. Okay. We'll take Marvin Harrison just on the offset chance that JSN makes it back to me. Imagine if I took Joe Burrow. Imagine. Okay, so 40% of the time that I take Christian McCaffrey and Marvin Harrison, I take Ted Arroyo McMillions. 50% of the time I take CMC and Genty. I take Jaden Daniels. I've never taken Jalen Hurts with this squad. Only 1% DJ Moore. Put it on the board. Yes, because I don't think he makes it back to me. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot, y'all. So, veteran running back, rookie running back, second year wide receiver, rookie wide receiver. Do this all the way down. I love 10 rookies. Not a problem there. Yeah, I'm glad I went running back the first two because I don't like the running backs after Breece Hall. I might be able to get Kenneth Walker maybe in the 5th. I mean, if you fell or Chuba, but not like I love going out and getting them. They're just whatever guys. Let's see here. Ashton Genty, Marvin Harrison. I guess I've never done that combination. Never done a Marvin Harrison to Ashton Genty. Would it be a stream without a yawn, baby? Gotta get that on the shirt. Would it be a stream without a yawn? After this, we'll end the video. I will screenshot my exposures, put that on the Twitter, blow some minds late in the evening. After that, go ahead and start working on predict the season. Monte Smith, that's a good solid start. Shit. I like all your guys' teams so far. Who took Burrow? Ain't no way to take Burrow. Shit. I'll take him. I'll take him over here. You guys let me grab him. I'll grab him. I'll be the hero that we need. All right. You can have him, Aaron. You can have him. I downloaded one of my $1 drafts today while I was waiting for the movie to start. I went back and checked on it. I had Joe Burrow. I'm like, hold up. I had like pick 10 or 11. What did I get him? He went past me in the fourth, right? And then came back all the way to the fifth, middle fifth, or I guess late fifth. This ain't underdog. You ain't getting that shit. You ain't getting it at the 6-7 turn. Now, that doesn't happen here on DraftKings. Quarterbacks are valued too much here. They're not as valuable on DraftKings as they are underdog, but they are valued more. We'll take Waddle here. That makes sense for me. We are currently have missed every combination of player. There's no week 15, 16, or 17 with any of these players so far. Zero correlation with one another. If I grab him, if I grab Rome, then we have week 17 matchup. Oh yeah, I forgot you guys like to have. You guys I thought I put music on, so let's go ahead. Run some music. What we got here? Let's see those. What's Spearfish? Rome Odunze. Down. Put it on the board, boys. Got my first week 17 matchup. Chicago, San Francisco. Maybe that's something we can take a look at here while we're chilling. I'll pull that up on a different thing. I'm pretty sure I can look that up. Exposure, draft board. Exposures. So while we're waiting, my roster builds that I'm building so far have most of the time 57%. 3-5-10-2 builds. I feel this is getting a little loud. I feel like I'm having to yell. 3-5-10-2 builds. Obviously, that's what took it down for the year I won it. And obviously, anytime we do a ranks versus ADP or ranks versus lobby, that's the build it's going to do. So we do that build most of the time. And if I ever feel like I'm light on running backs, I tend to go one extra running back. I did draft I'm currently drafting in a slow right now, a 4 quarterback team. I don't know if I don't think it's going to show it, but didn't mean to. Accidentally took 2 quarterbacks. I had the turn pick and accidentally took two quarterbacks on that. Yeah. So most of my teams are elite tight end. I think that's a little overblown. I don't know what they consider elite tight end, but yeah. And then what is it? So week 17, my favorite matchups 100% are the hold on, scroll in the right area. Seattle, Carolina with the Ted Roya and Cooper Kupp. So that's going to bump into each other. I've been grabbing a bunch of Jalen Noel, so all my Charger stacks are bumped with them. Tampa Bay, Devin Achane is my favorite, one of my favorite running backs this year, so it makes sense that I have that. Plus, Chris Godwin and Buka kind of deal. And then my personal favorite matchup is the Chicago-San Francisco matchup, and I have 31 shares of that. Which I'm curious about the Jacksonville. Indianapolis. I don't know who I'm taking from Jacksonville. Now grab BTJ anytime I can, but I don't know who I'm matching it with on Indianapolis. AD Mitchell, I guess. Yeah, that's who it's got to be. I know that Green Bay is mostly Dontavian Wicks with whoever I'm potentially grab on Baltimore. Interesting. We'll look at lineups later. Back to this. Share this tab instead. There we go. Emeka Egbuka going 69 to Mr. Aaron Avery. Holy cannoli, y'all. Holy cannoli. How am I supposed to get any Emeka if y'all out here taking them so early? The year I won it, I had a veteran running back in Nick Chubb with a rookie running back. Not saying it's identical, but the team does look awfully similar. Only 3% Jordan Addison. It's a fade, but it's not intentional. It's just like everybody else. A 0-4-1-1. We gotta check out T-Fall's S Dogs team after this. Come on, Cup. Achane, Kyron, Amon-Ra, Devin Achane, Kyron, Alvin Kamara, James Conner, Laporta, Josh Downs. Interesting. Like he has a player that can't even start on his team week in and week out already. It's crazy. I mean, so do I, but I guess I shouldn't say anything. I guess I shouldn't say anything. 4 running backs is wild. he's got good wide receivers. In fact, I used to comp Josh Downs to Amon-Ra St. Brown. All right, we take B-Rob here. It just makes sense. Washington's faced Dallas. Man, they have a tough week 7. Week playoff weeks. Giants, Eagles, Dallas. But they're home for the last 2, so maybe it's not the worst. This feels like a Scatterbo team. Feeling like a Scatterbo team. Y'all just focus on your lineups because y'all were chatting me up. Then we got just stopped. There's only so much Red Bull can do for me. Other than, boys, can we talk about another day of people shitting on Liam and things make me happy? It's just, it really did feel like I was in a alone on thinking he was a pompous prick. And then out of the woodworks, Willie Knows Balls is dropping bombs on him. This one, it had a good beat to it, but this wasn't his best work. Everything else has been fire, but this one was definitely number 3 of the 3. What happened? I've never cared for Liam Murphy, and he's kind of a prick with everything he says. I was kind of going at Candyman. Oh no, he was kind of going at Candyman for, just a casual, like, looking for a back and forth, for a good conversation. And Liam was like snarky towards him. I was like, well, you don't need to be snarky. Like, Cam Scatterboo's a decent back, and he's like Tyrone Tracy. I'm on the Scatterboo train with the fan speak guys, and I've been on it since watching him play. Because if you watched Cam Scatterboo, like, he's a little muscle hamster. He's like Doug Martin a little bit, in the sense like he's just yoked, right? And I was like, well, I wouldn't say he's less explosive than Cam Scatterboo. Like, that's what he was saying. And I was like, I don't know about all that. And what do Caleb here? I think we need to start making Justin Fields more than 9%. So I just made a slight comment. It's like, saying, what did I say? I don't remember. Hold on, let me pull up the X. Brutal. What did I put? Oh yeah. I'm not mad at it. It's proven off Chris Crying Buffalo. I'm just focusing on roster construction. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it was Nate, the ball coach, that I'm out on. Amari Cooper, and obviously retired. What was I saying? I was looking for the replies. That's what I'm looking for. My profile. Replies. It got real petty though. So he posted like a general nice little interaction. Look, I thought Liam was like, he was looking for interaction, I thought. And apparently he was just looking for people to agree to his side, essentially. And I don't really care for that. Like, asking, Tracy or Scat, and then immediately telling you're stupid for saying the opposite of what he believes. And so he went on to say, like, Let me click the post. Candyman said, "Did you draft Tracy last season and benefit from him on any team particularly? Generally curious, asking all the Tracy drafters." And he was asking that from my perspective, saying, "Hey, was it like someone who's hitting your lineup? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or was it somebody that, you know, had good production but was never like Najee? Like Najee never actually ever hit anybody's lineup. Like he had a decent score, but it was never good enough to be above average. You know what I'm saying?" Yeah, not many of the analytics, bro. I do like. Yeah, there's a couple. You know, I think some of them are good people, and I think that's where he's not analytical. Like he thinks he is, but he's not. He tries to be ball knowing, but he doesn't know ball. So, like it's like he's an oxymoron in every sense of like it. And honestly, anything he does is just an oxymoron. I don't know, not an oxymoron, but like annoying. To be honest with you, he like the very first time I met him, like I asked him, "Hey, dude, do you want to like do?" I reached out to him and I was like, "Hey, dude, I have an idea for the show. We can you and I, and like we can do a podcast together." And me was like, actually, I'm kind of busy. I don't know. It's on my, you know, on be like he didn't want to put me on his schedule, which is like whatever, dude. Like I get it. Like even though I had a good idea, King's the champ and he was the underdog and with the DK hat, you know what I'm saying? Like it was something silly, stupid like that. And he says no. Essentially, it was what I'm getting at, and because he didn't have time with somebody. Literally the very next week, him and Davis start doing their show that they do on Tuesdays still. I don't know if they still do it, but that the show they do on Tuesdays, it's like you literally just said you're not going to do a show and you immediately backtrack and are doing a show with Davis, which is fine. Davis is awesome and it was higher in the ranks of fantasy analysts. You know what I mean? I just thought it was funny. Like, funny. I thought it was disrespectful. Hey, if you just want to do it, that's fine. Don't tell me you have a full schedule or you don't want to bog down. You just don't want to do it, which is fine. That was step one, and then he told me, "Fuck you for not caring about my about the fantasy, my group of people, because I didn't care about some FFPC NFFC thing. I still don't know what the name of the place is about the." There was a scandal where the guy changed the position on a player, and I didn't really know this whole situation, so I actually tuned into his show so I could kind of learn more about it. They're going Najee, and so I can learn more about what had happened. And then he goes around. I was like, "Hey, dude, you kind of cut him off like a few times. I'd be kind of annoyed with you too if you would have done that to me." He says, and then he immediately says, "Q Felix," and I was like, okay, well that just cut the relationship completely off with me. And then it's been nothing but digs at Najee ever since then, which is kind of funny because now he's drafting Najee at this price. But whatever. He thinks he's better than you. Yeah, essentially. It's whatever. And then he also always claims that he had the highest winning, like the tournament, like he won the most money in best ball that year. But if you look at the total of my winning best ball team and his winning best ball team, mine has $1,027,000 and his only has $1,001. And he claims that his is more than mine, but whatever. Fact check. He has a big old ego, and that was the end of our relationship. And I stopped paying attention to what he does unless he comes. That I always fought back for Naj. But the Scatabo thing is like, all right, you're just trying to raise, and then he has some kind of narcissist falling far behind. Oh, we're gonna have to take ugly quarterbacks. What's his name's already gone? We have to do Cam Ward, and I don't like Cam Ward, but we got to do it for this team, and then maybe get Sam Darnold. I don't think any Cam Ward. Was it 3% Cam Ward, or was it 4%? And as you guys know, I'm out on Cam Ward, but the quarterbacks flying off the boards. I was out here just yapping, I was yapping away about Liam, and I definitely was not paying attention to the quarterback runs that were happening. Sam Darnold? What are we doing here? What the tits? Why did he take Sam Darnold? You have Jacoby Myers. Take Geno Smith. E. Hawkins, bro. Fucking Christ, man. Who do we have? We could take late. Oh, this is ugly. Let's take Ray Davis. No, we don't need Ray Davis. We're going to take Leggett. Holy tits. I'm looking at the quarterbacks now. Aaron Rodgers, Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart might be the play. Get Scatabo. And then maybe get Slayton. I mean, have Scatabo and then get Slayton. And was it Dio? This is going to be a 3 tight end team. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get Chig. I didn't realize he goes at 182. Holy moly. Oh, yeah. So to go off the Candyman stuff, since I have a little bit of time to talk about it. And it says, not really. Generally curious how this is relevant this year. Many didn't draft Ja'Marr Chase in the first round. Now you're taking Ja'Marr Chase 101. You want to know why we were taking Ja'Marr Chase and not in the first round? Because he didn't produce and give us spike weeks like he did that previous year. Obviously, we're taking him to round 101 now because he has these massive outputs. The reason we're taking Scatterbo is because Tyrone Tracy, I watched every run that he did last year, and he runs into the offensive line. Yes, he does bounce him out on occasion, but he gets wrapped up at the offensive line area so fast, so many times. He gets bumped into the offensive line and just goes down. That man is like, I don't know. Nothing bad to say about Tyrone Tracy, but it's just like we know Tyrone Tracy's ceiling. We don't know what his ceiling is. So yes, it's a pretty much betting on the unknown, but it's also kind of fun. You know what I mean? You get to see if they're right. And if good players in college, you know. Another game. Wait, who took Chig? Come on, dude. My first year of Chig, you drafted him like 5 picks early. Take Jackson Dart here. I don't care if it's early. Just go ahead and get him. Get Slayton. I have 2% Slayton. So at my wide receivers right now, my ranks, I have Pat Bryant, 48%. Keenan Allen, 37%. Jalen Noel, 10%. Roman Wilson, 26%. And then right after that, I have Darius Slayton here for 2%. So so Restrepo's on my hit list of players I like. I got Alleman. Yep, I got that guy. I got Lockett. I don't have any Lockett. What's he got? 207. 207. Restrepo 227. Slayton 205. So flip these two. Tight ends. Diego's at 216. Right behind this guy. From that one. All right, we'll take Darius Slayton here. I know we're drafting fairly early, but we're going for correlated picks, not really caring as much about the rest of it. And we have a Giants, Las Vegas, Ashton Genty versus the Giants, Week 17. Week 17, we have Christian McCaffrey going against the Bears. So both sides have 3+ players that we're going to have on the team going against solo players. So if we get a hit from those two, that'd be great. And then we have Cooper Kupp going against Seattle. Let's see here. Do we have anything else week 17? Nothing else week 17 so far, which is fine. It's fine. We've a solid team built out here. Not a great team. Definitely have had better teams. I fell asleep in the quarterback rounds. Should have done better. If you guys are seeing my other screen, I forget that you guys cannot see that. Are you drafting off my ranks here, Nathan? Sure feels like that. Other than CeeDee Lamb, everything else is right on par with my ranks. It feels like. I always pass on Shaheed, but I probably should draft more Shaheed. Or draft Shaheed. I don't think I have a share. I like him though. I just worry about the quarterback. Are you guys worried about the quarterback there? DK? You think DK's the guy? Okay. I'm on the clock. Oh, so give me a sec. I'll take out Restrepo. Well, we draft Lockheed here, so I have one stack with him. And then remove Restrepo. Put DK in there instead. So we'll go Theo Johnson here at 208. We're going to go Dyke at the 19th. We're going to finish with. Maybe we go Tesla. Does Tesla face anybody I have in here? This is the most uncorrelated pick, but it's fun. Is there a Chargers matchup in here? I did have Najee, didn't I? Yeah, Najee correlated with nobody. KLS in here. All right. Next is Theo, based off of ADP. Okay. I like Shaheed for the spike weeks. Yeah, I like that. Just guys I like. Yeah, I get it. I definitely do that. You know what I mean? Just guys I like that I take for no reason. Like Pat Bryant, I hate Bo Nix. Clearly, I was wrong about Bo Nix, so I'm taking him, but only because I like Pat Bryant. So it's just guys I like, So I get it. More than you know. So the running back position, we finished up with CMC, Ashton Genty, Brian Robinson Jr., Scatabo, and Najee Harris. And quarterback, we had Caleb Williams, Cam Ward, Jackson Dart. So Caleb Williams is shouldering the load of this team. If he sucks, this team sucks. It's just plain and simple. Tight end, we have Loveland and Theo Johnson. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Wide receivers. We got a couple more. Wide receivers are good. Like, if Caleb can be somewhat fantasy viable, this team is okay. We might make it through. But if he is not good, this is not good. Oh, Tesla went. All right. Who is somebody else that correlates? A Saint. Wasn't Brandon Cooks out here? Or did he get drafted? He's out here. Draft Dyke. Bub means no. Dante Pettis, no. Tipton. You know what? I don't have any Tipton. And I'm not one of these guys that try to make things work, but I did watch him make a good pass. Nice catch. You never know. DPJ's on the Saints. I thought I saw him on the Detroit. I'm pretty sure he was on the thing for Detroit this past week. Let's go ahead and take Tipton. Tipton. What am I looking for? I'm looking for something. Oh, yeah. Yes, I'll change that on you. Studio. Tipton. All right, so we have a Cam Ward, Lockett, DK versus Mason Tipton. You know it's possible, right? Because the Saints are going to be terrible this year. And they may be battling for that last seed or that last spot to get Archie Manning, right? And minimize this because it's distracting. They might be competing for that, and Mason Tipton, like they making a name for Tyler Shuck. They're just going wild on that defense of Tennessee. You never know. You never know. You just never know. All right, go ahead and read back my team and y'all at the front of the draft. So we got Christian McCaffrey, Ashton Genty, Marvin Harrison Jr., Tedrow McMillions, Jalen Waddle, Roma Dunze, Cooper Kupp, Brian Robinson Jr., Caleb Williams, Cam Scatterbo, Colston Loveland, Najee Harris, Cam Ward, or Cameron Ward. That's what's written on the thing. Xavier Legette, Mr. Dart, Darius Slayton, Tyler Lockett, Theo Johnson, Cameron Dyke, and Mason Tipton. Not great. Not how I build my teams typically. But, stay please. Unique for me. I think it's the Scatterbo pick. Had Scatterbo been like JJ or, let's see here, Herbert, my typical Herbert, I think things are different. Luther Burden going super fast to Aaron early. Throwing me off here too. All right. Well, Bob from the one hole. Yes, Chase, Jacobs, Josh Allen, J-Mo, Devontae Smith, Aaron Jones, Khalil Shakir, Mark Andrews, Jaden Higgins, Ramondre Stevenson, CJ Stroud, Dylan Sampson, Kyle Williams, Joshua Palmer, Hunter Henry, William Marks, Noah Fant, KLS, which is a great pick, Taj, and Keaton Mitchell. Taj Brooks and Keaton Mitchell. I like your running back room. The running back room is fun. I can definitely see you taking down. You have an elite quarterback. You have good running backs, elite wide receivers. Maybe you could use one or two more wide receivers instead of a third tight end. Like maybe another wide receiver here. But in all reality, that's not a bad pick. You know what I mean? I don't know who you're trading it for. You're not really losing. It's a wash there at the tight end to a wide receiver. So you didn't win or lose anything there. Let's see here. Out of the 3-hole, we had Mr. Nathan Deans. Got Lamb, Chase Brown, Trey McBride, Jalen Hurts, Cortland Sutton, David Montgomery, Ricky Pearsall, Kyler Murray, Jalen Warren, Rashad Bateman, Rashid Shaheed, Dallas Goddard, Jaden Blue, Cedric Tillman, Jack Best, Pat Bryant, Kyle Allen, Keenan Allen. He was picked off a bunch, Kyle Allen. Something Krosky Merritt. I want to say Jacory. Okay, I added a ski in there. Jacory, Krosky, Merritt. I think it's this part that I added the ski. Double skis. Mr. Tesla, good pick. And MVS. Nice. How many quarterbacks did you just go to? Makes sense if you did. Yeah, 2, 5, 11, 2. Yeah, that's the correct way of building this one. You had an elite quarterback. You added another high-end quarterback. Your running backs were decent with Chase Brown, David Montgomery, Jalen Warren. So you got 3 before 10. So I would say you don't need to go more than 5. And you got 2 players that are rising up boards fast with Merritt and Blue. And then you filled your team with high-end wide receivers, a couple veterans and older guys, filled them with a bunch of rookies. That's the way to do it, I think. Sometimes, depends on the draft, but this is the correct way to build how you drafted this team. Since you have elites at the onesies, you didn't have to backfill it with extra ones. All right, you have a 3-6-8-3, Jefferson, Bucky Irving, T. Higgins, George Pickens. Got your Joe Burrow in the 5th. Nice. Ibuka, Juwan Jennings, Jordan Mason, J.K. Dobbins, the Burden, Tank Bigsby, Kyle Pitts, Tua Tags, Tyler Algier, A-Rich, Rico Dowdle, De'Ami Brown, Kate Otten, A.D. Mitchell, Harold Fannin Jr. I love this A-Rich and A.D. Mitchell backstacks. One of my favorite backstacks there is. Kyle Pitts, my number one owned tight end, unexpectedly. Running backs are fun. The start of your draft is something I do quite a bit, or would like to do more, but I like Tetaroa, so I don't get enough George Pickens. But the first 3, I have like 3 or 4 shares of that, which is nice. But I have mine around, I think one of these 2 picks, not the 4th. Yeah, Nabuka. Yeah, you got a nice mix of rookies and veterans. I feel like some people think that I only drafted rookies that won it because of the rookies that were on the winning roster. Let's see here. Is that everybody? That's everybody. Unless somebody's in the chat that wanted me to talk about their team. Sometimes works out. Yeah, sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. I drafted too many guys looking for spike weeks when I drafted last year. I drafted Gabe Davis and Jalen Hyatt almost on every team, and that was not it. I was wrong. I was definitely wrong last year. We're hoping we're making the right moves this year. Hopefully drafting better teams, more dominant teams. But we'll see. This is one of your best teams I've seen. Thanks, Dennis. Thank you. It's one of my worst teams, but if you say best, I'll take it. I like my start. I like that. That's my favorite part of it. I had a lot of Gabe too. And the thing was, he was perfect. He is the perfect best ball player. And if he gets signed anywhere, you know your boy's going to draft a bunch of them. He had like 2 or 3 20-point games when he did play, and he didn't play like half the season. So that's what you want. You want your last round picks, your mid to last round picks, only showing up for a huge spike week here and there. You don't want them scoring 3 or 4 points. That's where these ETR guys and I disagree on the thought process. I only want my back end players for spike weeks. I don't need them every week. The guys I need every week to show up are the guys that I'm drafting for the first 9 to 10 picks. The 10th pick and to the 20th pick, I want guys that have potential to spike in my roster. Quarterbacks aside, I want the positional players to spike in my roster. they're looking for like Wandale Robinsons and stuff like that, and that's just not for me. Yeah, so I reached a little bit here, reached a little bit here, but I got good value here. Obviously, great value here. Yeah, but quarterbacks, I reached hella early on quarterbacks. That's what they're there for. Spikes. Yeah, I agree. That's why I'm like another reason I support my buddy Eric for my high school quarterback is because I love the name of his channel and website, spikeweek.com. Like, come on, you could not have gotten a better name for a website for a best ball site. Was there anything we wanted to look at on this Draft IQ? Is there anything you guys want to look at of mine? I pull up exposures. We already looked at that though for a little bit. Drafts, lineups. Oh yeah, we can look at my highest ADP lineups. Go to tab instead. Obviously, this is not counting the one we just did. I haven't uploaded it yet. It only takes like 15 seconds, but sometimes then I have to reset everything occasionally. I don't feel like testing it out. Total points, ADP value, and let's see here. So my best one came 2 months ago, and obviously these things kind of change, from day to day with ADPs changing on DraftKings so quickly. We have 164 value of ADP. We had 30 on Warren. Drake May had plus 20. 15 on Ray Davis, 26 on Brashard Smith, 16 on DJ Giddens. All the late guys. 18 on Tyreek, 18 on DK Metcalf, 14 on Rome, 21 on Jalen McMillions. Oh, it's a pretty fun team. Is there any mistakes on it? I mean, we have no one elite running back. I wonder if this kind of looks like a ranks versus the lobby team. I don't think it is because of Tyreek, but it's a fun team. Any others past 100? We'll read all the ones past 100. I don't think I have that many. Yeah, only this other one because of Najee tearing all of the other ones up. We have, let's see here, Brock Purdy, 31 picks, or not Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, 31 picks past ADP. And Justin Herbert, 21 picks past ADP. So I got Brock Purdy at 115, which is kind of crazy. Dak Prescott and Justin Herbert all past ADP. A total of 60 picks past ADP. We got Najee minus 38, and we still hit over 100. Tank Bigsby, 21 past ADP. Tyreek, again, Tyreek is the key, apparently, in the 40s. Quentin Johnson, 20 picks past ADP. And Wicks and AD Mitchell. And then Tucker Kraft, 29 picks past ADP. Holy cannoli. This is an ADP merchant right here. It's a fun team. Devin A. Chase Brown start. Or who else? What's the wide receiver? CeeDee Lamb, Devin A. Chase Brown. Ooh, spicy. Spicy boys. That's a good team. You just doing one tonight, Brando. I'm going to record Predict the Season right after this, and that'll be up on the Patreon. We'll put up in the morning. Let this video settle, and we'll put the Predict the Season on the Patreon in the morning. Mid morning. My son has a karate sparring tournament at 9 a.m. So look for it around noon. Around noon, I should have it. The Predict the Season for the first half of the season. I should get to week 8 because right now I have to go back and add all the teams and wins to the other things that I did once before, and start from there. So it's going to take me a hot minute to get started. I just looked in the ESPN. We only need 3 more to fill. Yeah, hey, dude, that is amazing. Like, I'm sorry that it's filling so quickly, but yes, that is also awesome. Whoever, whoever we fill it. So, yeah, just if you guys want to sign up, support me. I appreciate it. We're gaining members on the Patreon fairly quickly, a lot quicker than I expected, and we if you want to join the ESPN League to win, that's a good thing. That's a good thing for me. I don't know if it's a good thing for you guys. It's gonna be tough to win. The harder to win. It's only 10 teams. Like Nathan's saying here, there's 3 spots available. The next 3 spots get in for a shot at 200. If we want to do another one for the anybody that signs up after that, I will run another one for another $100, because that means we're making we're doing a pretty good job over here, on the Patreon. Yeah, we'll do another. But yes. What else am I saying? Yeah. So if you want to support me, it's www.patreon.com/bestballnation. Link is not in the description below. I think it is on my YouTube handle. If you go to the profile / any other video, it should be at the bottom, link to the pin. And I think I have a link tree on my Twitter, Crying Buffalo on Twitter. You get pictures of me with my kids. I'm an old guy, and that's my Facebook. That's how I treat it. I don't go on Facebook. I use Twitter as my Facebook, and I tweet the things that nobody cares about. It's just me. I do me on Twitter. So if you guys would like to follow me, please follow me on the X at Crying Buffalo. And on Monday we'll be back. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. Later, guys.